G'day. So, has 2019 been difficult for you? Has anything been happening in your life that's challenging you beyond your capabilities? Are you going through something that seems too difficult? Do you know somebody else who's going through that? I hear a lot of people these days talking about the challenges they're going through, how 2019 has been difficult, and so much more. So I just thought I'll jump on and talk a little bit about it. But before I do that, I just want to read a little disclaimer. The content of this broadcast is neither sponsored nor endorsed, administered, or associated with Facebook or any of its subsidiaries. Facebook is not responsible for the content of this broadcast. Subtitles may not be accurate as they're auto-generated. And who cares, really? I don't. So if your 2019 has been difficult, this is for you. You cannot undo what is in the past. And I totally understand that move on, forgiveness, it gets better are not the messages you're looking for. I'm not going to give you those. I'm not going to give you a lecture. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, how you should feel, what your life is about, and what your life should be about. I'm not going to tell you any of that. Instead, I will tell you that everyone's challenge is different and everyone's journey is different. It would be foolish of me to claim that I understand yours or you understand mine. And I cannot give you any advice on how to face your challenge because it is your challenge. It is your journey. You exactly know what you're experiencing. I don't. I can be understanding, but I cannot understand what you're going through. I can be supportive, but I cannot fight the challenge for you. I can be kind, but I cannot solve your challenge by myself. It is you who has to fight for yourself. It is you who has to face the challenge. It is you who has to rise above what is going on and find a solution and work towards either a resolution or an answer or a decision that helps you in your journey. However, I'd love to share a couple of tips from my personal experience that helps me stand up and face the challenges head on. Now, this may or may not work for you, but if it helps even a single person, I'd be glad that I was able to contribute something positive in that person's journey. So, first thing that I say is I call it the TCCR principle of my life, which is number one is T, truth. Accept your truth. You know what your truth is, and you do not need to justify anything to yourself or to anyone for that matter. The problem is we live in denial. We try to deny our own truth. Denial is our enemy. Acceptance of our truth is our power. That's where the strength lies. Honor your truth and work from a place of your reality, the reality that you know, the reality that you understand, the reality that possibly nobody else will understand. So just work with that truth. Accept your truth. That is the T. And then let's jump to C. Aim for clarity. C is for clarity, aim for clarity. If you have accepted your truth, you will find yourself in a better position to be more clear about what you want to happen next, how and why. This clarity will help you foresee into possible paths, options, outcomes, resolutions, the possible journey you can tread on, and outcomes that you may expect. While there are no guarantees about what happens in the future. You don't know this, I don't know this, we don't know what's going to happen in the next minute. But a clear vision will certainly prepare you more than not knowing what you're doing and why. If you don't know why you're doing something, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not clear, You will struggle more. You will have more challenges because you don't even know what you're doing. But if you're at least clear about your vision, about your goal, about the outcome that you are expecting from your actions, you will be stronger in your fight against the odds. And next, another C is courage. Be courageous. Go beyond your comfort zone. Find the courage within you to be your mightiest pillar of strength. It may not be easy. I'm not saying just because I say so, just because somebody says, fine, be your own pillar of strength, suddenly you will have the strength. Suddenly you will be the most powerful person on the planet. No, but try to be your own mightiest pillar of strength. Don't depend on somebody else to find the strength within you. The strength from within will come from within. That is why it is called within. You know, once you have the strength coming from within, once you believe in yourself, once you become your own pillar of strength, you will no more need someone else to empower you, to embolden you, and to inspire you. The power, boldness, and inspiration will come from within. And there is no power stronger than the power of your inner resolve and commitment to yourself. And now let's jump to R, resilience. Be resilient, remain resilient. Don't give up, don't give in, don't stop fighting for your goal. Yes, there will be times, yes, there will be situations when giving up seems to be the only right option. It seems to be the only way to let go. But there's a huge difference between letting go of something negative, something toxic, and giving up on your own goals or giving up on your own strength. Don't let challenges break your back. Don't let challenges destroy your confidence. Every time you find yourself defeated, take the time to understand why it happened. Don't focus on blaming something or someone else. Don't focus on blaming the circumstances. Focus on understanding why did it happen? What could have I done better? How could have I handled it better? Seek advice. Reach out to your friends. Reach out for help. Research. Prepare more. And then start again. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's a cakewalk. I'm not saying just because you wish it will all happen, but work on it. So this little TCCR, truth, clarity, courage, resilience, has helped me over and over again. This approach has helped me, you know, be stronger, fight my own fights all on my own when it seemed like nobody else is there for me. And I hope somebody out there watching this, someone out there listening to this, finds something useful and it empowers them in some way and helps them carry on their journey towards their goals no matter what. And talking about no matter what, I want to talk about violence. I'm sure many of you will agree with me that we all have seen violence of some sort or other. Hi, Nadine. Thank you for watching. Nadine is saying, create a safe community in which to thrive and then tackle the world. Absolutely. And Nadine, that's the thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's the thing. I still say, yes, community matters, but what is more important is that you begin from within. The real solution begins from within. If you're not ready, nothing else will happen. I always say to my clients, I can coach you, but you're the only one who can action the strategy. All my coaching will be useless if you're not taking action. you know so I want to talk about violence. Violence has many shapes, sizes, forms, categories. One does not have to be violent towards you physically. Often violence is misunderstood as physical violence. That's not the only form of violence. That is not the only way somebody can be violent towards you. It can be mental torture, verbal abuse, social humiliation, sexual advances, breach of privacy, prejudiced actions by someone who has problem with you being harmlessly you because of their ignorance. Violence has so many shapes, so many sizes, forms, colors. It's just endless. So defining violence into one category, I don't think is the right approach to deal with violence. You really need to understand that violence can have so many different shapes and forms. And the biggest thing that you need to focus on is that violence of any kind destroys more than the visible and accounted for. Violence can and often has lasting impact on the person on the receiving end. Violence does not have a gender. Often we say men are more violent, women are more victim, or in LGBT community, bigger men are, or this race or that race. We try to categorize violence. We try to hold a blanket group as violent. But that is not true. That is where the problem is. Violence does not have a gender. It does not have a race or a color or origin. Man, woman, non-binary, LGBTIQ, just any human, any person can be violent towards another. It's that simple. Don't classify violence as a war of genders. I strongly believe it is not about genders. It is no more about genders. Don't lean on statistics alone to allege violence on one category of humans towards another category of humans. See violence as an individual perpetrator, an individual victim. See violence as a disease that does not discriminate. See violence as an epidemic that we all need to erase together with love, kindness, education, and action. And more importantly, wisdom. Act wisely, find out the answers, and fight the violence. Now, when I say fight the violence, violent response is not an answer to solve violence. No, it doesn't work that way. Love is the answer. Proper and civil action is the answer. Peaceful, united expression is the answer. Supporting each other is the answer. To fight violence, you have to unite with love, you have to unite with kindness, you have to unite with wisdom, and you have to unite with supporting each other. That's how you will fight against any violence. And education, very, very, very important. I'm not just talking about degrees, I'm not talking about books, I'm not talking about certificates, I'm talking about educating the minds. And with that, I will conclude, but I will return with more on this topic. So stay tuned and let's be kind to ourselves and others. Because if you're kind to yourself, you are likely to be kind to others. And remember to love, honor, and inspire yourself from within to dream big and make it happen. And do that with love. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time. Hey, Noah, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you guys very soon. Until next, please take care. Have a good day. Bye. And I'm just trying to end this broadcast.